Hello everyone, my name is Lalit Soni. You are watching News on Map India by Drishti IAS. In this episode, we will be discussing certain locations which will be important for your examination, and this location has been in news in the past week. We'll try to look at them one by one and we'll try to solve some MCQs as well. Before moving ahead, I would like to make this announcement that Drishti IAS on the occasion of Hindi Divas has brought you a special discount that is flat 40% off on all our online pen drive courses, test series and DLPs. So to avail the offer, you can call on this number, that is 8010440440 87501 or you can click in the link which is given in the description. This sale is valid only on 13th and 14th of September. So you can avail the offer and don't wait. You can go and grab your seat now. And moving further, we'll be talking about the practice question, which is basically talking about the cyclones in the Arabian Sea. Consider the following statement about the cyclone in the Arabian Sea. Cyclones form over warm ocean waters where moist air rises, creating a low pressure system that intensifies due to the Coriolis effect. Okay. Moving further, second statement is cyclones in the Arabian Sea tend to be less intense compared to those in the Bay of Bengal. Third is cyclone Asna, named by India, is the most recent cyclone in the cyclonic storm in the Arabian Sea. You have to choose the correct options over here. Now, if you are looking at the statement 1, that is related to cyclone form over the warm oceans, that is true. One fact is true. Second is where moist air is rising. Okay. When, let's see, this is the warm ocean over here. Okay. And then the moist air is rising from this particular area, so it is creating a void over here. That means that there will be low pressure area, and now because of which the air from these sides will come and converge over here. Okay, and then this will give more and more convection to the convection effect to the rising air. So here you can see there will be a low pressure system which will be created over there, that will intensify due to the Coriolis force. You know that there is this force which is acting because of the rotation of the earth. Okay, so because of the Coriolis force, there will be this direction, or you can say rotational direction, which will be given to the cyclone. Okay, so statement 1 here is true. Second is cyclone in the Arabian Sea tend to be less intense compared to those in the Bay of Bengal. Okay, so this statement is also true. This is also a factual statement, and that is has something to do with the convections and the intensity of the convections in the Arabian and the Bay of Bengal. We'll be talking about that later. Then talking about the statement 3, cyclone Asna, named by India, is the most recent cyclonic storm in the Arabian Sea. Now yes, it is a cyclonic storm in the Arabian Sea, but name Asna is not given by India. This name is given by Pakistan. Okay, so statement 3 is incorrect. 1 and 2 is correct. Option A would be a right answer, that is 1 and 2 only. Okay, looking at the maps etc., here we can see this is the position of cyclone, you can say Asna, which is in the Arabian Sea over here, and here you have this Bay of Bengal area this side. Okay, when we talk about the intensity of the cyclones in the Bay of Bengal is high because of the convections. Okay, and when we are talking about the other aspect related to the cyclone Asna, here you can say it is a rare August cyclone. When we talk about the August cyclone, these are very rare because time of cyclones in India is mostly we will be finding around, you can say there are 2 cycles. When we talk about you can say cyclones in India, we will be talking about that, but August is not the month where you will be finding more cyclones. Okay, but last time when we talk about the cyclone in August, that was in 1981, and after that we have witnessed this another cyclone. So we can say it is a rare August cyclone. Okay, other than that, when we are talking about the you can say the intensity and the you can say number of cyclones, here you can say the Arabian Sea has fewer cyclones than the Bay of Bengal due to the stronger vertical shear and the less convecting activities. Okay, so here we can say Arabian Sea is witnessing lesser cyclones. Okay, now moving further, we will talk about cyclone over here. Here you can see, if we talk about cyclone, there are certain characteristics feature which are there. One is that it is a condition of low pressure. Okay, in the center you will be seeing that there will be a zone of low pressure. Then the you can say when we are talking about the you can say direction of the cyclone, so in the northern hemisphere it will be anti-clockwise, in the southern hemisphere it will be clockwise. Okay, now there is this you can say another concept of anticyclone which is also there, that is actually opposite of the cyclone. So here you can see, when we talk about the anticyclone, the pressure at the center of the cyclone, the zone of the pressure at the center, that will be high. Okay, and when we talk about the direction, that will be totally opposite, because in the northern hemisphere it will be clockwise, in the southern hemisphere it will be anti-clockwise. Okay, now if we talk about the classification, so there are tropical cyclones, okay, which are originating between the tropics of Capricorn and the Cancer, that is there, and there are other extra tropical or the temperate cyclones, okay, which are basically originating from the polar regions, or you can say from the Mediterranean, etc. Okay, so these are your tropical and the extra tropical cyclones. Okay, moving further, we will be seeing that there are various names through which these cyclones are called. Here you can say, when we talk about the Southeast Asia and China, we call them as typhoons. When we talk about the North Atlantic and the Eastern Pacific, you call as hurricanes. West Africa and the southern USA, you will be seeing the tornadoes. And when we talk about the Northwest Australia, this is Willy Willies. And Southwest Pacific and the Indian Ocean, these are called as tropical cyclones. Okay, so these are the names, don't get confused, these are all the names representing these cyclones. Okay, now if you look at the you can say the picture of this particular cyclone over here, this is tropical cyclone. Here we have the low pressure zone, okay, and the convection activities are happening over here. Because of the convection activities, here there will be a cloud formation, and then there will be rains over here. Okay, and here you can see we have the, when we talk about the cyclone, we have seen that in the different hemisphere, the direction of the cyclones will be different. When we talk about the condition of the formation of the cyclones, so we have seen that there will be low pressure. Okay, so here one is, you can say, large surface area with temperature that is more than 27 degree. Okay, that is one thing. Second thing is pre-existing weak low pressure area. Earlier there should be a weak low pressure area, and then this weak low pressure area will be, you can say, intensified into a, you can say, bigger and the larger low pressure area. Okay, so that is there. Then you will be seeing that there is the Coriolis force that will be there, and small variation in the vertical wind speed. Okay, so these are certain, you can say, parameters which are supposed to be there when you see if there is a cyclone which is originating. So basically, if you want to remember, just remember that you can say large surface area with temperature more than 27 degrees Celsius, Coriolis force, and the low pressure area in that particular zone. Okay, so these are certain pre-existing conditions for the cyclone to you can say originate in a particular area. Now when we talk about the nomenclature, so you know that there is this body, that is World Meteorological Organization, that is talking about, that is the body which is giving names. Okay, on the you can say there is a list which has been prepared by various nations. When we talk about the Indian Ocean region, there are countries like Bangladesh, India, Maldives, Myanmar, Oman, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Thailand. They have actually contributed to the various names, and in the chronological order these names are written over here. So let's say last time, if this time we have named a particular cyclone Asna, so next time there will be a name which is there in the list, and they will be naming that particular cyclone, whatever name comes in the list. Okay, then cyclones in India, as I told you, there are two seasons of the cyclone. One is March to May, and second is October to December. Here we do not see any cyclone in the August, and that is why Asna is basically a rare August cyclone. That is why it becomes even more important for you to keep a tab on that. Okay, now moving further to the first question of the day. Consider the following statements about the golden langur. Now golden langur was in news, or actually I would say that these Chakrashila Wildlife Sanctuary was in news because the population of these langurs is actually reducing over there. Why? Because of the habitat destruction. Okay, so that is why there was this news, and these Chakrashila and the golden langurs were in news. Chakrashila Wildlife Sanctuary is the second protected habitat for the golden langurs in India. Then it is located in the state of Assam. Okay, now looking at the Chakrashila, here you can see, when we talk about the golden langurs, these are found in the Chakrashila, or you can say Assam and nearby areas here. So the golden langurs are most easily recognized by the color of their fur which is there. It is endemic to the western Assam, India, and the southern Bhutan. Okay, other than that, when we are talking about the IUCN status, that is basically your endangered. Okay, and Wildlife Protection Act, it is under Schedule 1 of the Wildlife Protection Act. Looking at the location of Chakrashila, here you can see this is in the western Assam. Okay, so Chakrashila is in the western Assam. Coming to the statements again, Chakrashila is the wildlife sanctuary. This is the second protected habitat for the golden langur. Now this statement is correct. Okay, now you have to tell me in the comment box that which one is the first, you can say, protected area for the golden langurs. Second is it is located in the state of Assam. This is also true. Option C would be your right answer over here. Okay. Moving further, question number 2. Consider the following statements. The northeastern part of the Kashmir Himalayas has cold desert that lies between the Greater Himalayas and the Pir Panjal range. Okay. Second statement is Banihal Pass is situated on Pir Panjal range. Third is Kashmir Himalayas are famous for Karewa formations. Okay. You have to choose the correct statements. Now looking at the first statement. Now they are saying that it is Pir Panjal, and then you will see the Greater Himalayas. This is your Greater Himalayas. This is your Pir Panjal, and they are saying that this part is cold desert. No, this is not. Cold desert is between the Greater Himalayas and the Karakoram. Okay, so over here you will be seeing that this is the area of Ladakh and Leh, etc. So that is basically your cold desert. This is not. Okay, so this is Kashmir Valley region. So that is there. The statement 1 becomes wrong over here. Okay, now Banihal Pass is situated on the Pir Panjal range. Now here you can see this is your Pir Panjal range. Okay, this is your basically Pir Panjal range, and here you can say this is your Banihal Pass. Okay, other than that, when we talk about the Burjil Pass, last time we have talked about the Burjil Pass, that is in the Greater Himalayas. Okay, so that statement is true. Banihal Pass is on the Pir Panjal range. Okay, the Kashmir Himalayas are famous for the Karewa formations. Yes, it is famous for the Karewa formations, and on the Karevas you will be seeing that there is this saffron. The cultivation of saffron is famous in this particular areas of Kashmir Himalayas, or you must have heard about the kesar. Okay, so cultivation of kesar or saffron, that is quite prominent in the Kashmir Himalayas. So this statement 2 and 3 is correct. B would be your right answer, that is option B, only 2. Here this is the formation of Karevas. Okay, so here you can see this is the cultivation of saffron, or you can say kesar over here. Why these Karevas are important? Because these sediments which are taken from with the rivers, that sediments are basically making a fertile lands over here. Fertile soil is basically present over here, because of which this is a very fertile area for the you can say cultivation of the saffrons. Okay, so you can go through this particular content. Moving further, question number 3, which of the following statement is true about the elongated tortoise? Recently, these tortoise were found in the areas of Aravalli after a long time. Second thing is this is not, and you can say they are not endemic to this particular area. Okay. Now here you will be seeing it is commonly found in the Aravallis and not considered critically endangered. Okay. Second, if we see during the breeding season, mature elongated tortoise develop a pink ring around their nostril and eyes. The elongated tortoise only found in the Chota Nagpur plateau, and the tortoise shell is uniformly green without any distinct blotches. Okay. Now if we are looking at the statements over here, you will be finding that you have to choose the, you can say, true statement about it. Okay. Now as I told you, these are not commonly found in Aravallis. Okay, and these are actually found in the Himalayan foothills. Okay, so that statement is incorrect. Coming to the next one, the elongated tortoise is only found in the Chota Nagpur plateau. No, this is not you can say correct, because as I told you, this is commonly found in the Himalayan foothills as well. Then tortoise shell is uniformly green without any distinct blotches. So this is also incorrect, because there are black blotches which are there. Okay, so here you can see during the breeding season, mature elongated tortoise develop a pink ring around the nostrils and the eyes. This statement is correct. Option B would be your right answer. Which of the following statements are true? Okay. Now moving further, here you will be seeing that when we are talking about these tortoise over here, here you can say this is the green shell which is there, and black blotches are which are present over here. And when we talk about the nostrils and the eyes, they develop a pink color ring around them. And here you can see this is the area of prominence where they are found. Okay, so these are the basically your Himalayan foothills, and also this Chota Nagpur plateau is the area where you can find them. Okay, now moving further, here something is given over here regarding their you can say specifics of the tortoise over here. Here you can say that it is critically endangered species which is there. Elongated tortoise was spotted in Haryana's Damdama area during a research survey in the Aravallis. And generally, as I told you, that these are found in the Himalayan you can say foothills, Southeastern Asia and northern India, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh in the west, and the eastward through the Myanmar, Thailand, and Indo-China border, etc. So you can go through this slide as well. Okay. Moving further, question number 4: which of the following is true about the Aravalli range? It extends from Gujarat to Delhi and has Guru Shikhar as its highest peak. Okay. Second is it is located only in Gujarat and has peak of 1722 meters. Okay. Moving further, you will be seeing the range is split into Sambhar, Sirohi and the Sambhar Khetri regions in Haryana. It serves as the barrier between the Thar desert and the Gangetic plains with width of 200 kilometers. Okay. Talking about the statement 1 here, you can say it extends from Gujarat to Delhi and has Guru Shikhar as its highest peak. Now this statement is true. It starts from Gujarat and extend till Delhi. You have seen the Raisina Hills. These are the extension of this. Okay. And here you will be seeing it is located only in the Gujarat and has a peak of 1722 meters. Now this is incorrect because this is not only in Gujarat, Rajasthan, and you can say up to Delhi. These are present. Now the range is split into Sambhar Siroi and the Sambhar Khetri regions in Haryana. Now this Khetri is not in Haryana, this is in Rajasthan. Okay, so this is incorrect. Now it serves as the barrier between the Thar desert and the Gangetic plains with a width of 200 kilometers. Now this width is you can say changing. Second thing is, no doubt they are forming a barrier between Thar desert and the fertile areas of Rajasthan, but not with the exactly the Gangetic plains. Okay. Second thing, third thing over here is that if you can say that it is at max a ecotone, wherein you can say one side you have desert, second side you have the fertile plains. Okay, so option A seems to be the most appropriate answer over here. Now moving further, here you will be seeing the Aravali's. These are the range of Aravali. Here you can see it's starting from Gujarat, they are moving up to till over here, that is basically Delhi. Okay, now here you can see this is basically your ecotone, which is over here. This side we have Thar, this side we have the fertile plains in Rajasthan. Okay, so this is basically your Aravali's. This is working as a ecotone. Okay, you can go and search what is ecotone because everything cannot be covered over here. Now there are certain key factors which are actually given over here about the Aravali's. You can go through these factors over here. Now here you can see Sambhar Sirohi range and the Sambhar Khetri range in the Rajasthan. Okay, so that is there. Second thing is when we talk about the Guru Shikhar peak, that is in the Mount Abu in the Sirohi district of Rajasthan. This is the highest peak. Okay. Now tribal communities which are living in the vicinity over here, these are Bhil and Meena, Gracia and others. Okay, so this is something which we you have to keep a tap on. This is the oldest fold residual mountains. Okay, these are residual mountains, and when we talk about Himalayas are the young mountains, they are still rising, and Aravallis are the oldest mountains and they are residual mountains because most of them has actually weathered away. Okay, now when we talk about the you can say desertification etc, so these are acting as a, you can say, check on the desertification, because since they are a barrier between the Thar and the fertile plains, so you can say that the desert is not extending even eastwards now. Okay, so that is a barrier between the fertile plains in the east and the Thar desert in the west. Okay, so you can go through these slides. Moving further to question number 5, consider the following statement about the Amangarh Tiger Reserve. It is situated in the Terai region and covers an area of around 578 square kilometer. It was originally part of the Jim Corbett National Park, and after the state of Uttarakhand was carved out of the Uttar Pradesh, Jim Corbett went to the Uttarakhand and Amangarh went to the Uttar Pradesh. Okay. Now it is situated in the Terai region and covers the area of around 578 square kilometer. You have to choose the correct options over here. Okay. Now coming to the map. Now, why Amangarh was in news? Because when we talk about the tiger population etc, so in this particular reserve, the population has become twice, or you can say doubled. Okay, because of which there is a problem or the concerns related to the prey. Okay, so that is why it was in the news. Now here you can see this is area of your Jim Corbett. This is basically area of your Amangarh Tiger Reserve. Okay, so and here you can see there is this boundary is there like this. Okay. So that is, it is in the Uttarakhand and this is in the Uttar Pradesh. Okay. Now here you can see specifically, and you can say you will be easily identifying this particular thing, that when we talk about this particular area over here, that is basically your Tarai belt. Okay. So here you can see this is Uttar Pradesh, and this the northern part of the Uttar Pradesh is having Tarai region, because Tarai region is extended in Nepal as well. So here you can see the top or the northern part of the Uttar Pradesh is basically having this Tarai region, and here you can say this is the Tarai region which is there. Okay. Now looking at this particular area over here in the Bijnor district and the nearby Saharanpur and all, this is the area of your, you can say, Amangarh. Okay. So you can say that it is part of your Tarai region as well. Now since it is on the border, okay, so this is Bijnor and this is some part which is basically of the Uttarakhand. Okay. So earlier Jim Corbett was this area, Amangarh is this area. Before the, you can say, separation of Uttarakhand from Uttar Pradesh, earlier this was the part of Jim Corbett only. After that, after in 2000, you know that in November 2000, Uttarakhand became a separate state. So because of which this portion went to Uttarakhand, this is your Jim Corbett's area, and this portion which is there in the Bijnor, that is Amangarh. Okay, so that went to UP. I hope that is clear. Now moving to the question again. It is situated in the Tarai region and cover an area of around 578 square kilometer. This is fine. It was originally part of the Jim Corbett National Park, and after the state of Uttarakhand was carved out of the Uttar Pradesh, Jim Corbett went to Uttarakhand and Amangarh remained with the Uttar Pradesh. So this statement is also true. Option C would be your right answer over here. Moving further, question number 6. Consider the following pairs. One side you have wildlife sanctuary, other side locations are given. Desert Wildlife Sanctuary, Gujarat. Bunny Forest Reserve, Maharashtra. Molem Wildlife Sanctuary, Goa. Okay. Now, when we talk about the Bunny Forest land or the Bunny, you can say this grasslands, they are not in Maharashtra, they are in Gujarat. We have discussed them earlier as well. Okay. So, if you cut off this second one, and when we talk about the Desert Wildlife Sanctuary, that is in Gujarat. Yes, that is in Gujarat. When we talk about the, you can say, desert, you might have this idea that it must be in Rajasthan, but it is not, it is in Gujarat. Okay. Then moving further, Molem Wildlife Sanctuary, that is in Goa. It was in news also because of certain project. There was this transmission line which are going through this area, and there is this Flamingo city from which the transmission line project was there, and because of which there are certain concerns which has been talked about in the news. Okay. You have to choose the correctly matched one. So you can say 1 and 3 is matched. So only 2 would be your right answer. Option B. Okay. Now here you can see this is the news because of which I said that these are in you can say news. NBWL, or you can say National Board of Wildlife, may grant clearances in flamingo and the tiger habitat. Okay. So that is why it was in the news. And here you can see this is the Kutch Desert Wildlife Sanctuary, which is basically in Gujarat. Okay. Other than that, if we are talking about these are the protected areas in Gujarat, you can go through that. For right now, Bunny grasslands are important. So here you can see this is the area of Bunny grassland. Okay, so this is green area which is here. Because of the color it is not being shown over here, but this is your Bunny grasslands. Okay, so that is in Gujarat. And now here you can see in Goa, you will be finding in the, you can say, the eastern part of Goa, these are the areas basically, and you will be finding these protected areas that basically we have seen that is Molem Wildlife Sanctuary. Okay, so that is in Goa. Now moving further to the question number 7. Where was India's first study on teal carbon undertaken? Sundarban National Park, Kevladev National Park, Kaziranga National Park, and Ranthambore National Park. Okay, so they are talking about this teal carbon. Now what is teal carbon? This teal carbon is basically carbon which is stored in the wetland areas. Okay, so it is something to do with the carbon stored or the sequestrated in the wetland areas. And when we are talking about where the first such study was performed, that is Kevladev National Park. Where it is located? It is located in Rajasthan. Okay, so here you will be seeing India's first teal carbon study bets on the wetland to address the challenges of the climate adaptation and resilience, and that is why it was in news. Here you can see teal carbon refers to the carbon stored in the non-tidal freshwater wetlands. Okay, so specifically they have mentioned non-tidal freshwater wetlands. Why non-tidal? Because these are not on the coastlines. Okay, so that is there. When we talk about the study that has happened in you can say Rajasthan's Kevladev is in the Bharatpur in Rajasthan. Okay, moving further, here you can see Bharatpur Bird Sanctuary, that is the Kevladev National Park, is recognized as one of the world's most important bird breeding and the feeding grounds. Okay, in fact, Lord Linlithgow, the Viceroy of India from 36 to 43, shot over 1,000 of the ducks in his hunting party in a single day in this particular area. Okay, and 1982 Kevladev was declared as a national park, and it is a UNESCO's World Heritage Site. It was declared in 1985. Okay, moving further, which of the state assembly passed a significant resolution to legalize cannabis cultivation following the recommendation of an assembly committee report? Himachal Pradesh, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, and Uttarakhand. Okay, so they are talking about, this was obviously they have given it that it was in news because of the you can say legalize cannabis cultivation, and assembly has given on the basis of the committee report, they have gone for it. So that is option A, Himachal Pradesh is the right answer. So cannabis you can say cultivation was legalized in Himachal Pradesh. Okay, Himachal Assembly passed a resolution for the legal cannabis cultivation. Now here you can see there is some facts which are given about this particular news item. You can go through these facts or you can take a screenshot of that. Then moving further, if you see, this is about the, you can say, cannabis plant. Okay, here you can say according to the World Health Organization, cannabis is a generic term used to denote the several psychoactive preparation of the plant cannabis sativa. Okay, so this is having certain kind of you can say medical benefits, as well as otherwise also this is misused for the intoxication sector. Okay, so that is why there is this debate with respect to the legalization or the legalizing the cultivation of the cannabis. Okay, so I hope that is clear. Now moving to the last part, that is basically your practice question. In which of the following wildlife sanctuaries the first case of monkey malaria has been reported in Kerala? Wayanad Wildlife Sanctuary, Aralam Wildlife Sanctuary, Periyar Wildlife Sanctuary, Silent Valley National Park. Okay, so you can attempt this question and answer to me in the comment box. With that, I would like to take your leave. I'll see you in the next episode. Till then, have a good day. Thank you.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.